Hello, my Asian friends living in Asia or else any other part of the world because of your important but XYZ reasons. I am your Asian friend living, residing, and thriving in South Asia. As I already explained you, the need for the existence of this channel, which is simply the Asia's integration and unification and the removal of the ignorance about the existence of other fellow Asian nations who are not as popular in the social media as much amongst us fellow Asians and the people from other continents, right? How we are going to achieve this goal? I simply explained you the process, and the first country which we chose to educate ourselves or else and analyze was South Korea. Whenever you listen to the name South Korea, what all few things which come to your mind within seconds? For me, it is either K-drama or else Lee Min-ho, because of him I got to know about the K-drama and K-pop. Of course, because I was spiraling. For some other people, it might be K-pop only, or else for some obsessive teenage girlies, it will be Jungkook and BTS, right? So these light-hearted things come into our minds whenever we listen to the name South Korea up until now. Within few days, this country managed to shock me and detour me from my plan of action simply by doing something so bizarre and crazy. Actually, not the entire country, but one person from this country. When the president of the country, South Korea, tried to impose martial law in the country, which has got no active wars or no active threats from their enemy countries at 1 a.m. in the night. Which parliament functions at 1 a.m. in the night? Even in the war-trodden countries, the parliaments don't function at 1 a.m. in the night. Night is for sleeping, right? And the funnier thing was, the president had to revoke the imposition of martial law even before the people of that country, South Korea, could wake up for their breakfast, right? This was really funny, shocking, and bizarre for not only me, but the people all across the world. But because of this, it actually got me into researching about these topics because, see, I don't want to get into the politics. I am not as interested in the political parts of the existence of Asian countries as much. I won't say not at all, but as much. But I had to research about your parliament, your parties, political parties, and how exactly you function and role. Never in my million years of dreaming, daydreaming, I thought that I will come to a point where I will search about the political scenario and scenes of the fellow Asian nation. But you guys made me do it. Even at this point in time, you guys really made me do it. While the situation was unfolding, I'm glad that my fellow Asian people, fellow Asians, South Koreans, were vigilant and intelligent enough to realize that democracy is always superior form of governance. Yeah, we need some other forms of governance too as per the situation, but democracy, best thing. So the people within the parliament and the citizens of South Korea realize that, okay, this is bullshit. He's acting cuckoo crazy, and our democracy is working fine. We don't need the imposition of the martial law. And I'm glad you did this because I read about it that from maybe from 60s to till late 80s, you already saw how exactly country rolls when martial law is imposed in the country. So you already know it, and because you have the history for it. While this debacle was happening, few things were coming into my mind, which will be beneficial for you guys when you choose certain people into certain level of power. Right, and these suggestions can also be used by other Asian nations too. First thing is, as being Asians, I know we have this affinity in our culture, we have this affinity to value or else maybe sometimes blindly appreciate those people who are very nice talkers, very you can say good at putting up an act, super greedy, but with power and money and background. We tend to choose those people into the power. We hardly ever look into their existence, their personality, their characters. Meaning, whenever we are trying to vote certain people into the power, we always vote for the popularity, and most popular people within our Asian cultures are those who have a lot of good, you can say, PR networking, and they have money and power. We love to worship money and power for some reason. Our cultures are the cultures who actually originated and innovated the idea of liberation from this never-ending cycle of birth and death, right? We are the first OG people, first OG cultures, Asian cultures. But even though we talk about giving up desires and not getting by, you can say, brought down by those worldly desires, even though we gave those first ever lessons to the entire world. But somehow, our Asian cultures are more obsessed with the worldly power, worldly pleasures. Because of that, we tend to value worship and sometimes overlook the bullshit of those people who have money and power in their hands. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Next time onwards, if you are choosing someone to be put in that level of power where they have the power to lead your country and lead your future, make sure you analyze their character and behavior. Their action should speak louder than their words. This thing which happened, their behavior might seem abrupt, but usually these kinds of behavior are not as abrupt. My fellow South Koreans, my fellow Asians who are South Koreans, if you're listening to me, I'm telling you this. These random ass behavior who look like random ass, but they are not as random as. There is a pattern. Usually these people have already shown the signs, meaning the president and his spouse was already blamed for the corruption, right? You were quite aware. Rest of the world, we had no idea or else no interest because we were busy with our lives. But you knew about your own country and your president. They were already accused of corruption, and they might have already been accused of much more horrible things in the past when they were climbing up the ladder for the presidency. So start being aware about those patterns and recognize those patterns, and make sure you elect and select those people who show active signs of selflessness, service for the people and the country, and the real patriotism. Even if they are not from the, you can say, rich ass families, it's okay, no problem in it. As long as they are showing these characteristics within their personality and their behavior, they are much better candidate for the existence of the democracy. Because the people who are greedy for the power and the money, they usually will toss our future within seconds and have no signs of remorse. This is what might have happened in your case as well. So be very careful about it next time onwards. And the second thing is, you guys are sitting right next to a country which is led by a dictator who is known to be very dangerous and very inhumane, who is equally backed by those powerful countries who are also led by same level of dangerous and inhumane dictators, right? So you are already sitting right next to a very dangerous country for your existence. And considering your past and history, which I learned about little bit, I got some chance to learn about, was just like my own Asian country, your ancestors have also seen some form of slavery or else the colonization, right? And the after effects of those brutal situations are still felt within our nations. So why would you put certain people into the power who will be so reckless to not even realize that with only few decades have passed, few decades ago our ancestors were literally struggling for even one bowl of rice, right? Why would you put certain people into those powers? I understand your current president said that they are anti your other neighboring country, but still their actions did not speak louder than words, because there were right now no active signs of any threat or any other thing. It almost seemed like they tried to cover up their bullshit by pulling up much bigger bullshit. That's what it felt like. But you sitting right next to a very dangerous country, you gotta take your politics seriously and make sure you're putting right people to represent your country into the power. I will agree and accept, and I'm happy and glad that South Korea, as being the fellow Asian nation, is getting a lot of exposure and is being celebrated right now thanks to K-drama and K-pop. But it's not nice if at all only some crazy teenage girlies or else some hopeless romantic girlies are taking your country seriously. The people who are big guns in the world, they too need to take your country seriously. And by pulling or else allowing someone to pull this kind of batshit crazy stunts will not improve your position as a country in the world, or else as the country in our continent Asia, right? Asia has got so many enemies who love to make sure that we remain ignorant or else keep on fighting amongst ourselves and never ever unite simply based on the fact that we are culturally much more closer to each other in comparison to any other person from any other continent, right? They already want to do it. Why we are enabling them and helping them in their narrative or else their agenda by making silly mistakes on our own? So that's what I'm trying to imply and trying to suggest you South Koreans who are my fellow Asian friends. So be very vigilant and careful about it moving forward. And of course, whenever we talk about patriotism, we hate it whenever someone points out something negative about our country, even within even someone who has lived in our country. Whenever they point out which is wrong about the existence of our country or our culture, we do hate them a lot, but usually they are much more on the patriotic side. You know why? Because if at all you will never ever acknowledge that there is some problem existing in your system, how will you end up fixing it? So instead of berating or saying bad things to those people who are pointing out the problem, how about you say, okay, yes, you pointed out some problem and let's try and fix it, right? That will be better form of patriotism. Blindly just saying that only our culture is the best culture, that is never the solution. So this is another thing which you need to be very very careful about, and especially when it comes to your social, you can say the social or else political narrative. You being famous for K-pop and K-drama is commendable, but politically you cannot make a joke out of yourselves when you are sitting in this position. You've already gone through so much. I don't want to see you go through any other horrible things which are already been happening to so many other fellow Asian nations. So get very careful about all these things. Make sure good people are being voted into the power. As many countries within Asian continents remain democratic and peaceful, the better and safer the Asian continent will be. So I hope I could help you guys out or else share my views and fix some of your problems. If at all I could not fix, at least I might have intrigued certain thoughts for you. Please think about it, ponder upon it, and do let me know what exactly you think about this entire debacle which rolled in front of your eyes, or else about my opinion about the country South Korea. Bye. I'll be back with yet another topic regarding this country. Let's see what next topic I'm going to pick, or else South Korea will again manage to pull off something that will make me detour my plan of action, which I initially thought. Bye.